another point that the authors were not written by the mentioned name, they were anonymous. Even the Catholic Church knows it. It's based on tradition only. Most of the books which were written in the antiquity period, like say 5 BC to 5 AD, they were anonymous. The books were meant to be anonymous. They were normally written as anonymous. We have multiple attestations throughout the first few centuries itself, within the 3rd century itself, which are multiple attestations regarding who the authors of these Gospels were: Matthew, Mark, and Luke, John. The second point to be remembered here is, if you really think that you want to concoct a simple name and put up a name for these Gospels, why not put famous names like Philip, Andrew, Peter? Popular names could have been added. Why did they bring up names like Matthew, Mark, Luke, who was a Gentile, and finally John? John was not the actual apostle either. So what was the point of having the synoptic gospel named after obscure apostles rather than actually famous names? In fact, Mark was based on the eyewitness account of Peter. It could have been named as the Gospel of Peter. Why not give it as Peter, but they gave it as Mark? Because it was written by Mark. That is the whole point. Many of the apostolic attestation in the 1st century, 2nd century, they actually saw the original copy of those, the gospel writings. It was available to them. It's not available to us, but it was available to them. That's what they mentioned. It is available in the church. Go and read it. That's what they are saying. So we have two arguments here. One is that we have multiple attestations from the early church fathers that these gospels were written by Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And also we need to understand that if they wanted to concoct some random names, they could have written famous names like Peter, James, who were very two pillars of the early church. They could have written their names. It is not Peter and James. Neither was Philip or Andrew included, which are common names back then. Coming to the next contradiction, we have how Judas died.